Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and today we're going to be talking about Ariana Grande's Thank You Next single that just came out a couple of days ago. So I like it. I think it's really cute. I think it's pretty cute. I think it's less about the production of it and more about the lyrics and what's going on, and it seems like she kind of wrapped everything up with what's going on in her life since Pete, and I think it's really beautiful. It's very great. It's very grateful. It's like she's grateful for her exes, that kind of like the experience that they had with each other as she moves on to a different like person, and or a different person, or actually what she says in her song is that she moves on into kind of bettering herself and kind of taking care of herself, like help like self-care about her, and I like that. I think it's an interesting song that you don't really get across with a lot of people. Usually you get that kind of like, you get that song usually after a lot of breakups and all of this. It's like, I hate you, I'm gonna focus on me, I'm gonna go out and party and hang out with my girls because that's what all that matters. But she's like, yeah, I'm hanging out with my friends, and yeah, I had these exes and everything, but right now it's gonna be about me and bettering myself and healing myself, self-healing about her, and I really like that. And I think that it's very fun. So I'm going to go through some, facts about it. So first, one of the things I liked about it is the fact that she listed, pretty bluntly about her exes. By the way, apologize. I am just getting over some type of, cold. It's the winter. So she lists her exes, Sean, Ricky, Pete, and Mac Miller, and how they were in a good match, or things that they're grateful for going through each of them. And I like it. It was pretty, immediately the first part of the song starts you off with that. But we have to go back to the part where we didn't really know that they were talking about that she was going to let out a single. It kind of just dropped. But there was hints of it in the beginning. Like, for example, on November 3rd, Pete was doing in SNL, they usually do a thing where they'll do a promo. So they'll have, the artist, one of the guys from SNL, and then another person from SNL that will kind of drop jokes in the middle of the promo. And so during the promo, Pete looked at the artist that was going to sing for that show, and he said, he's like, hey, do you want to, my name is Pete, do you want to get married? She said no, and he's like, oh, damn it, 0, I'm 0-3. So, I thought was hilarious. Apparently, Ariana Grande didn't find it hilarious, and she wrote, for somebody who claims to hate relevancy, you sure love clinging to it, huh? So, I understand. I think that everybody's entitled to have their own opinion and own thought about having their own their own emotions is valid, and how they feel about certain things is completely valid. I personally think that it was out of context. I think that I can totally get that she got a little upset. She's like, why are you talking about it? I can totally seeing a moment where she's upset, but it seems like it got deleted, so obviously they must have a talk or something like that. Maybe she saw, changed her mind, her view of how she felt about that joke, which is good, because I felt like it wasn't, there was no malice in it in any type of way. But then immediately that same day, she started tweeting lyrics, and every artist, you can tell when there's a lyrics going on a tweet. You can totally tell between this is how I feel compared to this is a lyric coming from a song that's coming out. So we all thought that oh, it's gonna come out, new song's coming out, and so she confirmed it, and it came out, and it was great. And it apparently this song is the single for the coming out album that we're hoping, that she said it's coming out by the end of this year, that's also going to be called Thank You Next. So I'm excited for it, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Another fact about it is that it's one of the biggest sales day or single day for a female artist on Spotify in history. For it made globally 8.19 million listens and 4.19 million in the USA listens in the USA. Globally, it's the 18.19 million. So that's pretty major, and I don't really know how they count that up and anything, but it seems like it's a big deal, so I'm very happy for that, because I think she deserves a lot of praise and recognition, you know. And on top of that, not only is that, but she also is the Billboard's 2008 Woman of the Year, which is really, really cool. As I think that she's also another thing that she deserves. So I think that's really, really cool. And it's the song just has so much. It's still running on the sweetener, where it's just like it's still positive throughout the whole thing, and it's just so cool. I think it's very sweet. And it's funny because it made me think about all the times like that we basically lived through some of her exes, you know, like definitely the ones that she mentioned, like Sean and Ricky had songs on My Everything album, and then Sean and Mac Miller had songs on Dangerous Woman, and then written about them, and then finally Pete had the sweetener, and so it's interesting to kind of see it. It kind of reminds me of like Taylor Swift, except with a soul. And it's just like she kind of just like learned. She's like, I learned something from you. And I feel like it's such a great thing to think about in that way. It's like you learn, you get lessons, you collect lessons and souvenirs from different people as you go through your day, like your years of like relationships and friendships and everything. And I think that's very true. I think you change over time with different people as they go on. So I'm excited for the album. I cannot wait for it. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be so fun. I got some in my eye. I think it's going to be so fun. I think it's going to be... I'm interested to see how... I don't think I've seen an album come like months after another one. So it's going to be interesting how it fans out. But I trust Ariana Grande's like judgment, how she does it. So that's it for this video today. Leave a comment below. Tell me like what you thought about the song. What's your thoughts on the new album that's coming up? Are you excited? Are you worried? What's your thoughts? What sound do you think it's gonna be? Like I think it's not. I don't think it's personally gonna be on. I don't think it's gonna be sweetener sound. I think it's gonna be completely different. But maybe, and I don't know, what do you think? Like, do you think it's going to be like that? Do you think it's going to be different? And what sound do you think it's going to go? Going off the single, it seems like it's going to be more R&B based, which is fun. It'll give me, it actually, Thank You Next sounds way more Dangerous Woman. So I'm excited to hear that kind of sound again. I loved Dangerous Woman. It has to be my favorite album that she's made so far. So, leave a comment below, and I will see you for the next video, and see you guys later. Bye.